What's up, you guys? Schmitty Pants here. We are back with part 8 of our Metroid Prime 4 playthrough. We are in the ice labs right now. We just got the lasso, the psychic lasso. Grapple beam, I guess. We're exploring the slab. We're gonna figure out what's behind the rest of it. But first, we have a log file. Anxiety. Green energy dosage results show no significant benefits at this time. Essentially, a rapid increase in cellular proliferation speed and a doubling of the number of cells increases growth and affects vitality. But why has this vector taken such an abnormal turn, and what can be done to shift it back in its original direction? Our time is limited, and I'm worried about our remaining stockpiles. Alright. Seems like we've gotten those in order. We got a what's this called? Kinetic telekinesis key here. We only have 2 nodes for it though, so we can't make any progress with it, unfortunately. So we do need to figure out where to go and how to get there. Just break that window open, we're good. There's a missile tank there. Okay. Just taking note of what we got around us. Morph ball tunnel there. And a room. What are these? Here we got experimental capsules containing a TK code. Alright, so this would be one part of the code. 1 of 4. Okay. But these are just DNA capsules otherwise. Temperature control function contains a blood sample. This one. Prototype medicine. Poisonous liquid. Body tissue sample. Okay. So that's this room. So we have 1/4 of the code that we need. Looks like we've got 3 paths to take. Looks like they all connect in some way too, so we'll use our grapple. Gonna be a lot of scanning in this section. Liquid appears to be a sedative. That's also a sedative, but we got another logbook here. Awakening. The subject is in hibernation in the cryopod and its metabolism is at minimum levels. Unfortunately, we were unable to perform the experiments we'd like with the subject in this state. If the subject's metabolic function is inactive, a reversal of its rapid cellular proliferation cannot occur. First, we must wake the subject and restore its normal metabolic function. This also means restoration of consciousness, so appropriate sedation will be crucial. They're doing a bunch of cryo experiments in here. So it's all offline though. More cryopods. These are gonna wake up. I just know it. What are you? Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Griever enclosed after an experimental Lamorn restoration procedure. These are all going to open. This one's cracked. Pod glass destroyed. Cell culture and preservation liquid has leaked. Life signs of the specimen have ceased. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage. These all say the same thing, basically. There's some maintenance tanks on the inside of that glass. That door's locked. Bro, I'm trying to target the enemy, not the grapple point. Come on, game. Alright. Might be TK samples on these. Contains a blood sample. Wrong kind of sample. This is ice that can be melted. Monitor and standby. What was the significance of that? Oh, it had a TK code. Okay. Alright, so that's 2 of 4. Cool. We got another log here. Analysis. We are monitoring subjects who have had GE, green energy, administered here. Regardless of GE concentration, there do not appear to be any significant differences. We see regeneration without an apparent mutation to alter the cells. Furthermore, no matter how deep our analysis, we have yet to see any apparent chromosome abnormalities. It's almost as if they were natural creatures. Put another way, if we were to judge based on DNA, there are no significant differences between them and us. What's going on? So the Lamorn are just creatures with green energy in them. Interesting. Alright, of course the maintenance tunnels are closed. That was the yellow door. Let's go through this blue door. On the lookout for lore tablets, though. The hell are you? Part of the cryopod rail system. This column secures and releases pods. Okay. Not important, but this is important. All of this is percentages. Attempt. We were so close. It seemed like we had succeeded in disabling the problematic genes and also resetting the cells, causing the rapid proliferation process to replicate normal genetic information and restore their state. However, for some reason, we were unable to stabilize it. The subjects have reverted. Right now, I want to check over the genetic analysis to see if there are any problems in our process. I do not want this setback to have been for nothing. Okay, I'm starting to get a little bit of this out of order. But that's okay. I'm not going to complain about it. Alright, I had the scan visor out. That's going to get me killed during a fight, I can already tell. It already has, basically. Alright, so the maintenance zone, maintenance tanks, drones. Are these different drones? They're just offline, okay. Whatever. I hear a power-up. I see another log. Limit. Since the lab experiments began, several subjects have been brought in each day. The lab is close to capacity, and tragically, countless brethren have lost their lives while securing these subjects. I think we should stop gathering subjects, if only because our restoration experiments have thus far been unsuccessful. I mean, yeah, if it's not working and people are dying, you might want to stop. What do I know, though? Gotta freeze, gotta melt that. There's a lot of stuff up here. This is all cryopods, isn't it? Bulk storage. Okay. So we got a cryopod here. Looks like we can open it. Got multiple things it looks like I can open. Yeah, you're frozen solid. You're also frozen solid. I think I just gotta unfreeze this arm. This one will be open. Surely whatever's in there won't hurt me, right? Surely. You're also dead. Okay. Oh, but you got a TK code. A stretcher. We got another logbook entry here. Breakthrough. We may have had a breakthrough today. Until now, we presumed that the physical transformation was triggered by something in the crystals causing compositional change in the GE, which would in turn cause an abnormality in gene transcription. Yet that is not the case. In actuality, an unused region of the brain linked with the crystals is simulated, and as a result, genes that would normally have stayed pseudogenes were transcribed. I now wonder, are we unlocking a blocked evolutionary branch? This would mean the great tragedy was merely one possible evolution of one potential future. So with that in mind, what would happen if, when administering GE, we disabled those genes at the moment that the rapid cellular proliferation is triggered? There should be sufficient value in attempting this to justify altering the Balsale system's programming. Interesting. Unused DNA sample. Okay, you're a broken cryopod. Cool, got a missile tank. It's 5 more missiles for us. Balsale system, primarily used to perform experimental autopsies online. Activation will set in operating mode. Lamorn main operating table uses a gravity turning device inside the padding to stabilize specimens without the need of restraints. I'm just looking for the TK sample, bro. Stretchers, whatever, okay. Recording camera drone. Alright, now you're going to be hostile to me, right? It's got a TK code in it. Let's go. Flip you over. Line up the pieces. Alright, that's the full code. I can go now. Unless there's a log entry over here that I missed. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I feel like I remember hearing a power-up in these side rooms, but we'll keep going until we get the power back on in here. There's probably some stuff blocked behind ice that we can't access. But now that we have the full code, we can continue on. Like that. I can't get back there, I don't think. Because it's connected to this room, and this room is also locked. I got another logbook entry here. This is resignation. Our resources are running very low and we are almost out of the chemicals needed for research and experiments. At the same time, progress remains at a standstill. Naturally, there is a rising sense of panic and resignation. We cannot hope for more chemicals to arrive, and if we use up what we have before the experiment succeeds, no, even if it succeeds, and with what we have left, we're losing researchers, everyone's likely thinking the same thing. Quitting time.
Samus, looks like you made it through another floor. You're getting close to the generator.
Thanks, Takabi. Contains vital medicines and experimentation equipment. This door comprises of 5 parts with a sensor in its center. It is much stronger than standard doors. I was expecting to have to do some kind of activate 5 locks on it type of thing. What are you? What? What are you? Wind turbines? I guess it's windy over here. Ow. I got new stuff here. Blue Krauks. Chiroptera variant that flies using their patagium wings. The leader guides their colony by emitting sound waves from their antenna. Neat. Cargo gondola lift used for transporting cargo. Currently offline. So, there's something down here. Ah, jeez. That wind's gonna be a problem. Maybe not. Oh yeah, no, that is a problem. Okay, it's pushing me. There are psychic platforms over there. I want that energy tank. Connection for the psychic grapple. Do I not... Is the lasso not a grapple? Okay, I guess the psychic lasso is not a grapple. Good to know. Oh no! Alright, I'm alive. Oh man. Well, I'm not going back that way. All the stuff's offline. Good thing I'm going to the generator. Alright, it's frozen. Ow. That hurt. Alright, we got a logbook here. Records. There is little more we can do. Every experiment has ended in failure and the results remain unchanged. If we put the facility into low power mode, it should remain intact for as long as there are maintenance tanks to look after it. We can leave behind our records, but will anyone ever see them? And if so, will they succeed where we could not? No, this is not the time for doubt. We must do everything we can. There are 6 more record books. That's just a shutter linked to a bomb slot, but the bomb slot's inactive. Yeah, I need power. It's probably a save room right here. Yep. We're saving because there's probably a mini boss blocking the generator. Or a mini boss as soon as I activate the generator. Surprise Sylux, you know. Query. We finally reached the end of our resources. Tomorrow we will abandon this lab and at Chitoya's instruction move to Chrono Tower built in Soul Valley. You will not be able to save our brethren. Why could we not find a way to stabilize the Griever cells when they reverted to their Lamorn counterparts? What did we miss? So the Lamorn are Grievers. Interesting. Okay. Or the Grievers are Lamorn? Or they changed them into Lamorn? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. When I turn power back on. Well, that looks cool. Ignore that for a sec. Prayer. Just now the main generator has stopped. This means that the boiler we use for heat will also stop. The temperature will drop and I expect the facility will be frozen solid. The area will switch to low power mode, which uses wind energy. This should be enough to maintain operation of the cryopods in which our brethren sleep. I believe we have done everything we could here, but ultimately we cannot save our kind. I'm overwhelmed with helplessness. I trust the words of Chitoya, that someday our savior will appear. All that I can do right now is pray. I am Targun, and I am utterly defeated. Oh, wait, are the Lamorn became Grievers? Is that what's happening? I feel like they mentioned that earlier, and I'm just completely forgetting. Alright, so the generator's offline. Gotta do something with this. Mobile ramp. You pull start. Links the generator startup device to the bomb slot used for its activation. I'm guessing the bomb slot is here. Yeah. Okay, so I pull this. And now I bomb it. Alright, that's a spider ball, psychic spider ball track? A boost track? Only usable by one was a psychic spider ball. Once materialized, they can travel by adhering to them in ball form and rotating. Okay, yep. Psychic spider ball. So there's psychic boost and psychic spider ball, psychic grapple, psychic lasso, psychic beam, psychic everything. Alright. It's all working, so if I activate this, it should turn on, right? Nope. Only the front one's working. I have to get back there. I don't think I can get back there. There we go. Gamer. My instincts were correct. Sweet, generators online. This place just got a whole lot more dangerous, I think. Not nearly as cold, though,
Hey,
probably.
You got the power back on. Rendezvous up top and we'll talk next steps.
Let's go in the maintenance ways. I just almost walked away from that. Cool. That is tank number 4. Should be significantly less squishy now. Alright, that's a save station. Path I couldn't go is straight ahead from this door. The maintenance bays are probably still inactive, actually. Contains data on past laboratory experimentation and research on bioforms, including recordings currently offline. That's how you do it. Wow. So now the maintenance ways should be open to me. Alright, with power on, I don't recognize any of this. It's just a battery, I think. That's a bomb slot. These guys are just doors. Oh, cool. Shot expansion. We'll take it. We'll take it.
What the? Something triggered the alarm. I can't override security.
Looks like I'm going to the maintenance room.
I'm not sure what's happening. This whole facility just went into lockdown.
Okay. I think this is one of the rooms that had the colored gates. Cryopod running on normal power. Rapid increase in room temperatures caused the pod to malfunction, and its temperature is rising inside. Grand. Ice Grievers. Big Angry. Frostburn Griever. Griever variant, weak, awakened from cryopreservation. The preservation liquid used has resulted in loss of pigmentation, though their aggressive nature remains. Yeah, I knew they were all gonna wake up. Those hatches were forced open. Yeah, I'm gonna have some company soon. There's power-up noises. Yeah, there we go. Always explore. I don't have spider ball. Never mind. Don't explore.
Picking up a lot of activity. What's happening down there?
I knew these were all gonna open and hurt me. Alright, so we're at 100 shots. Wish I could just shoot these doors open, but sure. Okay. Does anybody have any new info for me? Provide surveillance oversight for the 4 laboratory research rooms. Systems are down due to long-term exposure to extreme cold. This one. Provide surveillance oversight for the floor. Yeah, whatever. Security's down. Cool.
They're coming for me.
No, it's Okabe.
Going off call. Keep you upstairs.
If only Samus didn't waste all of her time scanning everything. Yeah, he can wait. What is that? Oops. Probably go left. Yep. Okay. So go through here.
Samus, you made it. Let's take care of this. They don't like fighting. In my sight. Target down. we're clear.
Damn, Takabi.
Solid work, Samus. Power's back online. Feels like the heat is too. Might be what's drawing those strange creatures. You'll be able to use that elevator now. It'll give you access to the deepest level.
I'll hang back and try to open the gate from up here.
The rest is up to you.
All right, you guys, that has been a very long episode. We're at an hour now. We're going to cut it here. We're going to pick this up in part 9. I was kind of hoping to finish this part in 2 parts, but what can you do? Yeah, thank you so much for watching. This has been Schmitty Pants. See you in the next one. Bye.